The experience of being in a relationship with a narcissist may be likened to a never-ending nightmare, one that can have a significant influence on your sense of self-worth and leave you feeling objectified and confused. Frequently, these memories revolve on the narcissist's behavior that is fixated on themselves, which makes it difficult for you to move on into other things. What we are going to talk about in this conversation is their unique sexual habits, which are one of the aspects of this dynamic that is extremely uncomfortable. The greetings to all of you. Thank you for joining us here at the Narcissist Exposed channel. With today's episode, we will go into the topic of the 5 weird sexual habits and behaviors of a narcissist. Before we get started, if you are interested in learning more and are intrigued by the topic, please sign up. Subscribing to the channel will, as always, contribute to the dissemination of information regarding narcissistic abuse. The first habit: mastering the art of avoidance. In the event that you are looking for intimacy, a narcissist will frequently and constantly reject your advances. They employ this strategy, which is known as approach avoidance, in order to keep tight control over the situation. If you were to give in to your wants, it would imply giving up power, which is something that they cannot allow. They manipulate circumstances in order to maintain their position of supremacy. There is no way for you to have any input into the subject, regardless of how you feel or the circumstances, if they decide that it is time for intimacy. Just 2 days ago, you were recovering from surgery. You are still delicate and attempting to restore your strength. However, your boyfriend, who is selfish, insists on having sexual relations with you. Your well-being is the last thing on their mind, and refusal is not an option for them. In order to manipulate you into believing that they will leave the relationship in order to satisfy their wants, they may even threaten to cheat on you against your will if you deny them. What about your requirements, though? They have a mindless attitude. To them, the only reason you are here is to fulfill their desires. Hearing "je know" over and over again might lower your sense of self-worth. You begin to believe that you are not attractive enough, regardless of whether you feel that you are too slim or too overweight. There is a possibility that you mistakenly believe that anything is wrong with your body or that you have an unpleasant odor. These feelings of insecurity get more intense whenever your companion moves away from you. It seems as though you are compelled to alter some aspect of your personality. It doesn't appear to make a difference if you change your fragrance, dress differently, lose weight, or gain weight. Nothing seems to make a difference. Because of their rejection, you begin to question everything you believe about yourself, which leaves you in a sense of inadequacy that never goes away. After a heated argument, the second habit is to look for a romantic partner. The desire for sexual activity that they have right after a heated dispute is the second peculiar habit that they have. How come? Because they take pleasure in your suffering. They rush to make up for the fact that they see you in a state of sorrow. The emotions you are experiencing and the challenges you are going through are of no concern to them. They will not admit that they have done anything wrong, nor will they discuss the cruelty they have shown or the pain that they have caused. It is expected of you to give in and comply with their demands. They get a sense of triumph, as if they are the ruler of the world, when you give in while you are so emotionally weak. They feel as if they have successfully manipulated your emotions during the entire process. One more cause for this behavior is that they are trying to recover control of the situation. They are aware that their hold on power is beginning to weaken during a conflict, and they cannot afford to lose you, as you are their primary source of supplies. This is especially true if they do not have anybody else to come to for assistance. For this reason, they are attempting to regain their power through sexual activity, which is a form of exploitation. The only thing that exists is a mechanical act that strengthens their power, and there is no actual closeness or connection. A traumatic attachment is formed as a result of the frequent urge for post-conflict sexual activity. When you are confronted with situations like these, your brain is thrown off by the cycle of high and low emotional peaks. Cortisol, adrenaline, and noradrenaline are some of the chemicals that are released by your body in response to stress. These chemicals have an effect on your mood and can cause you to experience a confusing mix of pain and pleasure. Through the use of this disorderly chemical concoction, you are bound to the narcissist, and you remain ensnared in their poisonous web. Dictating sexual positions is the third habit that people have. The drive to exert complete control over every facet of your sexual experiences is the third problematic behavior that they have. Rather than focusing on the preferences or desires of both parties, the focus is entirely on power. Because of the unique way in which narcissists position you, your body is rendered immobile, and you are reduced to the status of a dead doll. They will frequently pin your arms and legs in order to prevent any resistance from occurring, or they will prefer to be on top of you and control your movements. Instead of working with your body, they alter it. This means that any attempt you make to take part in the activity will be immediately terminated with commands such as a no, I don't like that, or stop it. Their objective is to take advantage of you and prevent you from experiencing any pleasure on your own. In the end, sexual activity is a means for them to experience a sense of dominance and power. Not only are they not making love to you, but they are also reveling in their own self-made sense of superiority about themselves. Everything revolves around their ego, and they take great pleasure in the delusion that they are superior and that they have the ability to control you. Increasing the amount of pornography is the fourth habit. An excessive amount of pornographic content is the fourth problematic behavior that they engage in. It is not the purpose of this discussion to debate whether porn is good or evil. It is a problem that they view you as an object and that they derive more pleasure from watching porn than they do from interacting with the actual person who is standing next to them. In spite of the fact that you have not given your agreement, they pick the illusion over reality and strangers above you. Their incapacity to deal with the realities of life is the root cause of their dependence on porn. Whether or not you are willing to watch it with them is irrelevant. The actual connection that you had with them is not present. The fact that they wish to share moments with you does not mean that they should not be open and honest. Being vulnerable is a prerequisite for honesty, yet they abhor the experience of being vulnerable. Instead of engaging with you in a genuine manner, they would rather continue to exist in their own unique fantasy world. The reason they choose porn is not because they do not find you beautiful or because you are not significant. It is their desire for you to believe that. They try to distract themselves from their inability to connect with you by telling you that you are not attractive enough or that you are acting in an inappropriate manner. The reality is that they are unable to fully feel what you are feeling. They either do not have the ability to experience the feelings that they have been repressing, or they do not have the desire to do so. Lack of intimacy is the fifth habit that people have. The fifth and most damaging habit is their unwillingness to participate in actual intimacy, treating your body more like a toy than a treasured partner. This is the fifth and most detrimental habit. Many narcissists may first show you a great deal of affection, which will give the impression that you have a profound and one-of-a-kind connection with them. Due to the fact that they are skilled at crafting a facade that leads you to believe that they are one of a kind, this first intimacy results in you wanting to have a profound sexual relationship with them. Even while they are trying to put you down, they may still show you moments of affection, which will make you feel as though you are desired. On the other hand, they are also able to withdraw this affection, leaving you without any desire for one-on-one connection. This abrupt shift in conduct is a maneuver that was well planned out. The act of withholding sexual activity is a form of manipulation that causes you to question your own attractiveness and worth. On a regular basis, they employ this strategy. Some narcissists go much further than this, absolutely shunning any form of physical proximity and even loathing something as simple as a kiss.